Let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. I haven't seen any new things coming out, but last night I was watching Rodney's live, and there was some comparisons to Portia and Monique not being women who don't have the words to get. That's what happens when a person doesn't have the words to come back at another person. And Candiace, watching that clip, she was very animated, in your face. Her reads were landing. Well, she wasn't even reading the girl. She wasn't even talking about her. She was just telling her how late she is for making up shit to be mad at somebody about it, and everybody's sleeping. Don't nobody want to hear what you got to say. I think the fact that at the beginning of the season, they were supposed to be icing Candiace out. Remember, they were supposed to be icing her out. Maybe if we iced her out. Well, right here she is making the girls, the wannabes, the green-eyed bandits that you called them, Monique. She was making them laugh. I thought they were supposed to be on your side and icing out Candiace because Candiace did something to you that is apparently to you unforgivable, I guess. I don't know. It seemed very silly. I don't want to go to that stop. I'm gonna go over here because this stop has a light. This stop has a light. Come on, honey. I'm trying to get over here. What are you doing? Yeah, so like Portia and Kenya, right? Like Rodney said, Portia was at the end of the couch. The scepter and the bullhorn was in Cynthia's face. It wasn't in Portia's face. And saying that someone provoked you, yes, you can be provoked, but being provoked by words, isn't that what we like, baby? When Rodney said, y'all be telling these niggas hit me, hit me, hit me, and when the nigga actually hits you, what you gonna do? Tell the people, well, I told him to hit me, so it's okay. Bitch, when he said that, I was like, get him, Rodney. Get their asses. Get them. Everybody always want to tell some nigga to hit them, and then when the nigga finally hits them, you gonna go back to everybody, to your community, and be like, well, I told him to hit me, so that's what y'all saying. So y'all got to use that same logic. Just because you tell somebody to hit you doesn't mean. So to me, I feel like, are you that, like, you have that Pavlovian response to somebody telling you drag me, so then you just automatically you just comply? You just comply. So everybody that goes up to Monique and says, are you going to drag me? And Monique dragging them, then that means that you provoked Monique. You too old to be provoked by somebody like Candiace, tiny little Candiace. She's provoking. She's jumping around. Girl, I'm asleep. I'm asleep. Honey, that was so funny to me. That was so funny to me. But like Portia said that Kenya provoked her. Did she provoke her? Did she provoke her? You provoked me to put hands on you. You provoked me. I have no control over myself. You have provoked me. Did she provoke her? Right? The girl was on the other end of the couch. And do y'all remember when Mariah flipped Toya's hair? That's how their fight started. That's how their fight started. To me, I feel like if you touch anything on my person, you have violated our personal space. Monique was putting her hand in the air just like Candiace was. Candiace was just further away from her. She walked up to her. What are you gonna do? Drag me? You want me to? You want me to? You gonna drag me? You want me to? And from what I heard, Monique lost complete control of herself, chasing after Candiace. Like, we need to see what's gonna happen next week, because here's the thing. No one has to be right. No one has to be right. And another thing, you don't have to take a side. You don't. You don't have to align with Monique. You don't have to align with Candiace. You can talk about what you saw, and based on what you saw, make a conclusion on what you saw without including whether you like the person or not. It's really easy. Go by what you said. Go by what you said. The hand movements, both of them were doing it, right? Get your hand out my face. Your hand is in my face. That's what Candiace said. You see the girl flip the hair. To me, that is the key to fight. That's the start fight. That's let me know. That's the switch to start fighting. Now I'm going to hit you. Now I'm going to grab you because you didn't flip my hair. You violated. I had my hand in my face, but you was the first person to touch me. My hair is an extension of me. Okay? You grabbed her hair, right? You wouldn't let go. So you started it. You started it. And instead of talking to each other, that's how you knew it was going to escalate, because you guys never, it's 8 episodes in, and Monique has yet to sit down with Candiace and talk to her about what she's upset with her about. All she's doing is telling everyone else that Candiace is mad at me. Candiace is not mad at you. She just doesn't want to play in your reindeer games, Monique. She doesn't want to play with you. And you want to play, you want to be in a sandbox and throw sand in her eyes. And she keeps walking away. And the first time she didn't walk away, that was your opportunity, and you took the opportunity. You want me to drag you? What you going to do, drag me? You want me to drag you? So Monique, again, everybody, if you walk up to Monique, she has a song called Drag, what is it? Drag Queens? But then says that doesn't have anything to do with Candiace. When you were the first one to say that you were going to drag her. I would drag you, pregnant and all. You've been threatening. You've been wanting to fight Candiace. Let's just say that. Let's just say you've been wanting to fight this girl. She's, you know, on this show with you. You don't like, you figure she doesn't have as much pull as the other women that you really should be mad at. So you're going, like, I feel like Candiace is a scapegoat. And Candiace is with the shit, so she's going to fuck around with you and play around with you. But now you have a reason, and now everybody said because you walk towards her, that's an act of aggression, right? There's a table in between y'all. There's a table in between you guys. So how much of a threat could Candiace have been? And to me, when Candiace was doing this and Monique was doing that, and Monique flipped her hair, to me that was, if you felt like Candiace was being aggressive, then you would either walk away or you would fight or flight, right? And you stood there, and to me, I feel like that was, the flipping of the hair was just as aggressive as me walking towards you. You broke the personal space. You really did, because they was both doing their hands. You know, Candiace said my hand wasn't. So I don't know where the drink came in. Like I said, I thought it was hilarious when Candiace she still was holding her drink properly, her wine glass properly, and told Wendy, girl, I got this. Don't even trip. I got this, girl. We've already clocked you, Monique. You're out here making shit up. We're bored. We're asleep. You making shit up that don't make sense. And the light-skinned, green-eyed girls, the green-eyed bandits, they're laughing along with the girl who's twirling and everything else. They're laughing along with Candiace, and that wasn't the plan. You were supposed to be icing Candiace out. So the next course of action is to fight. Now you got to prove to the onlookers watching that this girl's not going to get the best of you. And she was getting the best of you, and you didn't have the words, and so you resort to physical violence. So y'all, make sure you be careful. Don't go around Monique, because if you say, are you going to drag me, that means Monique is going to, she's provoked by those words, and those words will cause her to fight you. So be careful when you go around Monique Samuels, because if you say anything about dragging, she gets nervous. She starts acting out of her mind. I saw another clip that Candiace was like, let go of me. Not Candiace. Monique was like, let go of me. She was trying to get to Candiace. You want to fight her. You want to fight her, and just say you want to fight her. She didn't provoke you. To me, that wasn't provocation. Like, it wasn't to provoke. You might provoke me to engage in an argument with you. You might provoke me to engage in an argument. Like, girl, we can go back and forth. But you broke the personal space by touching that woman's hair. because you already had the table between you, so you could have backed up. But if you felt like Candiace was being an aggressor, you should have backed up. If you really didn't want to, you were provoked and you couldn't control yourself, and that was the result of someone losing control of themselves. So just be mindful. Don't say you provoked me. I mean, don't say drag me. Drag me, Monique. Drag me, Monique. Girl, we sleep, honey. That was it for me. Bluetooth audio. Girl, we sleep.
Bluetooth audio. We
sleep out here. You play too much. We're sleep. We are sleep, girl.
Leopard, chia pet. Don't sleep. Keep spinning. It's more than you, girl.
It's more than you, and I'm asleep, and I'm bored.
That don't make no damn sense. Ain't nobody say nothing. You don't want to. You can go on and see some drum chips. Get your hair in my face.
What did Monique say? You can go on and do what? I've been trying to figure out what she said to Candiace. You can go on and do what? She goes, you better get your hand out of my face. Girl, your hand is in my face. So what's next? The hair flip. I don't see how y'all don't have to defend anybody. You know that, right? You don't have to be Team Monique. You don't have to be Team Candiace. You can look at that and say, girl, y'all did the most. Y'all was acting both childish as fuck. Y'all should have kept your hands to yourself. You were out of line and you lost control. And now we need to find out what's the root of it, because what did Candiace do but say to drag me? And what would be that now on top of, so you haven't even talked to the girl on top of what, she doesn't even really know what you're mad about because you haven't talked to her. So instead of talking to her and being direct, you're passive. You're aggressive, being aggressive to her in a passive way. Oh, she's upstairs. She's mad at me. We got into an argument. She's mad at me, so she's packing. No, I'm not. Hey, guys. Here I am. And baby, I don't know, child. I just think that you don't have to pick a side. You don't have to choose. You don't have to be on anybody's team. You can actually sit in the middle and say, hey, both of y'all was out of order. But it was really Monique. If you want to say who started it, let's ask the question, who started it, right? I love you guys. I just want to say I love you guys. And oh, is that the wine speaking? Yeah, that's what it takes. It's the wine. Okay, that's a passive aggressive comment, because she was coming saying I love everybody, and then even talked about saying I love Monique. I still love Monique. Girl, you mad about something that you shouldn't even be mad at me about, girl. And you talking to everybody, and then you go to then Monique mentions, oh, I found out from someone else that my friend was talking about me. Okay, you found out, but did you ask your friend? So you gonna take the word of, girl, if you don't get that little smart car out of here, you gonna take the word of somebody who's been fucking with you from the time you stepped on the screen. You gonna take her word and be mad at your friend based on words from Giselle? Girl, you late, and we tired, and we bored, Monique. And next, I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, we've been above the stereotype. There's nothing more stereotypical than a woman married to a cheating pastor and goes back to him. There's nothing more stereotypical than that. Girl, you are a stereotype. Robin, you're a stereotype. Right? You've been with this man. You divorced. Now you staying along for the ride. You the ride or die. You've been down with him, trying to begging him to remarry you after you done spent up the church's money. You're stereotypical, Robin. Giselle, you stereotypical. What? I don't get it. And this respectability politics that Giselle is getting ready to perform. Respectability politics means that you're acting in a respectable way so that white people won't think that you're animals. And let me tell you something, Giselle Bryant. They still think you an animal. Even with your green eyes and your light hair, they still think you a black bitch, a black nigga bitch, an animal bitch, a savage bitch. Don't matter how you act for these people. So y'all need to stop acting and behaving for white people, and stop thinking that Robin, Giselle, and all of them are supposed to be a representation of black women. They represent some black women. They do. They all do. They all do. There's another black bitch, another black woman, another black savage nigger woman down at the church, sitting in the pew while this man who's preaching homophobia and preaching anti-gayness and preaching anti-infidelity, who's cheating on his wife, is sitting in the front row. That's stereotypical, girl. So don't get up here talking about we've been above the stereotype. You haven't. You haven't. You are a stereotype, girl. What you really want to say is, we've been down here acting good in front of these white folk, and y'all want to come down here and fight at the barn and try to separate yourself from that. You're not above it. You're not above being a stereotype or falling into a stereotype, Giselle. How dare you? Trash for that. That shit is trash as hell. Y'all really, oh, I'm not saying any more about it. Anyways, I'm done talking. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Goodbye.